morning. Today's topic is going to be about okay, my daughter has this friend who is how do I want to put this? She is a 16-year-old girl, and she moved out of her parents' home to live in her boyfriend's home at who's 19 or 20, I can't remember the age. Who apparently is also married. And anyway, so she moved out of her home, and I think her mom was like, I want you on the pill, which for me, if I consider that girl a high risk for pregnancy, and as a mother of teenage girls myself, if I had a daughter in that type of situation, which, by the way, I would never have done, I would never let my kids, teenage kids, go and live at someone else's house, because that to me says that I failed as a parent, and I believe that this mother has failed as a parent, because I feel so bad for the daughter, because we actually tried to have the daughter live at our house a year ago. We tried to have her stay here because her home situation, without saying names or anything, and I'm just going to be very vague about the situation at home, was she had an older brother who was very abusive in the home. He was belligerent. He smoked pot and smoked cigarettes and stuff in the home. That right there is, to me, I would have booted that kid out. But since he was also a minor at this time, his mom is very much a pushover, or I should say their mom, because they're both brother and sister. Their mother is very much a pushover. She's very she enables. She just pretends like she doesn't see the situation for what it really is, and it really made the daughter suffer, because the daughter was trying really hard to be a very good. I mean, she even at one point she had discussed getting emancipated just to get out of the home, because the mother wouldn't kick the brother out, because the brother had assaulted the daughter, the younger, the girl, several times, and the cops had been called, and nothing ever got done. The boy never got sent away. The boy never went to jail or juvie. Well, I guess at some point he did go to juvie, but that was years earlier for something else. And anyway, so she kind of has a shitty home situation that she just was trying to escape from, and her escape ended up being she met a boyfriend, an older man, and she decided, I want to go live with him. And the enabling mother decided, all right, well, I'd imagine she said, well, you're going to have to be on birth control. Or maybe it was the grandparents. The grandparents have more of an authority figure over the child, over the child's life than the mother does. I mean, even the mother doesn't even mow her lawn. I don't mow the lawn because I'm allergic to the grass in the summertime. To when your grass is pollinating, and my front yard tree, I'm very allergic to that front yard tree. But I mean, I don't mow because I'm allergic to some of the pollens in the air in the springtime and early summer. But she doesn't even mow. She doesn't walk her dog. I never see this woman outside. I mean, and I don't really have much to say about that, because I stick to myself pretty much in my neighborhood too. I don't, hey, I'm over here, I'm not that outgoing neighbor that just has to have everybody know my name. I'm not that way. I'm just generally live quietly, and I try to make it so I'm not a nuisance to anyone else in the neighborhood, and that's how it should be. But over there, well, cops are always called, stuff like that. So I'd imagine with this girl, the mother was like, all right, you got to be on birth control, or maybe she didn't agree with the moving out at all, and the daughter just kind of went, which I think is kind of sad. I mean, she was a really nice kid, But I'm also not to the point yet where I actually want to make my video. Right now I'm still building backstory so you kind of understand the situation a little bit before I start my rant. And this girl, she is my youngest daughter's best friend, or was, up until about 1.5 years ago. She was always over here, and they always did stuff together because they live really close to each other. You've probably heard me talk about them in my latest in some of my videos. They're the neighbors that live over there behind my house. The ones with the dog that they put the dog out and the dog goes potty right away, but they don't bother. They don't bother waiting. And the dog is really good. He's really good about going. I put my dog outside, she'll just sniff around for like 20 minutes and it's like, just go somewhere. But my dog's also part beagle, so she's got to see who walked in her yard. But anyway, way off topic. See? ADD. Told ya. I have ADD. So, anyway, this girl, a month ago, had been really, I guess she's been more sexually active. I didn't even know she was having sex with this boy, but I assume that probably happened when they started living together at their place, and he probably was the one that took her virginity. But, you know, as not the mother of the child, it isn't... Oh, I thought that was somebody at my back door, but I think it might have been just a plow going by for snow removal. Anyway, now, if I consider this girl a high risk for pregnancy kind of kid, and when you are dealt with a high risk person, a person you think is going to become a pregnant teen, you give them the shot. That way they can't just stop taking it so they can get pregnant or miss a day and then oops, got pregnant. You know, that takes all the, you know, I guess she had an IUD in at one point and she took it out, which to me, I don't think you're supposed to take that out yourself. I think you're supposed to go in and then they take it out for you. I don't know if you actually can take it out yourself, and if that hurts like a mother. I would imagine that shit would hurt like a mother. But I'd imagine she went in and had them take it out and said, oh, I'll promise I'll be on the pill. If I'd have heard that and my daughter was in that position where she was already living at some boy's house and I was questioning if they were going to be sexually active, I would have put that kid on Depo-Provera or whatever the form of the shot is now. I never took the shot. My sister did because it was what the county, it was the free birth control that the county would pay for her, was Depo. So that's what she took. And you have to go and get a booster every 3 months, I think, or something like that. But that is the one I would have done for this kid. But I guess at some point she stopped taking her pill because she wanted to get pregnant. Oh, and this boy, he got arrested a while ago for dealing and selling marijuana, and I guess that's a felony or something. I don't know. I think they should just decriminalize marijuana altogether and just go ahead and make it legal, because that's just my opinion, and I know a lot of people don't have that opinion, and that's fine if you don't, and you want to disagree with me, that's cool too. I mean, I'm a mother. Excuse me, it's dry in this house, so anyway, that's just my opinion, and you're okay. You're cool to have your own opinion. I mean, that's fine. That's cool. But just don't rag on me or drag me into the mud for my opinion, because I'm not doing that to you. But anyway, so she decided she wanted to get pregnant, and now as a mother, I am left with the question of, should I allow my daughter to be around this girl who decided she would rather get herself pregnant to keep this man around, or should I just limit her her time with this girl? They haven't been real best of friends in the last year because the girl has just her my daughter's friend has not been around. My daughter would try to call her last summer, and then the girl would be like, "Oh, I'm working," or "I've got this and this, but I'll be available on, let's just give a day, Sunday at 10. So my daughter would get up, get ready, get dressed, and she'd sit by her phone until 10 o'clock and text, "Are you ready to go do something?" And she'd hear nothing from this girl. And that happened several times throughout the summer months. And my husband, of course, he thinks so highly of this girl. I had lots of issues with this girl. I even had to go to therapy because of her, because she would always be over at my house. That was back when I'd say she was in 5th grade or 4th grade. She was always over here. Always over here. Always hugging my husband. Always getting massages from my husband. And she would always just try to get physical interaction with my husband. And my husband was like, okay. And he wasn't a pedo or anything. He wouldn't do anything with her. But I think he took it more of she was a sorry, a down on her luck case, and he just wanted to help her because he's got a big heart. I mean, he's got to have a big heart to deal with somebody like me. Anyway, so for a while there, I did not like this girl, and she's very religious. And the first time I met her, my girls were messing up with something. They weren't listening to me, and I said, "Girls, get over here," or something like that. And then that girl piped in and said, have you ever thought maybe they don't listen to you because you don't believe in God? No. When you bring in God into a situation that you know nothing about and you assume that that's the reason, you get on my shit list. You can be a believer in God all you want, as long as you don't start making me feel like a shitty person because I don't believe in God. I already have a grandma who does that. "Oh, you can't find happiness, Angie, until you find God. You'll never overcome being an alcoholic until you find God. You'll never be truly happy and loved in life until you find God." It's like, no, that's not true. I quit smoking, quit drinking, and I quit drinking pop and caffeine. And I did not do any of that shit with some God. I did that all on my own will. My will to tell me, no, I'm better than that. I don't need that. So when she told me that my kids don't love me because I don't believe in God, fuck. After that, I said, I can't handle her being here. I couldn't. And she was from 5th grade. She should have known better. But that's her family upbringing. Her family shoves religion onto the children like it's necessary to live. I am an atheist, and I don't believe in God, but I have never once told my family, my kids, or my husband who believes in God, I never once said, don't you take my kids to church. I always told him, I said, you want to go to church with the girls? That's fine. You can have a Sunday and it'll be you guys' thing. And he never took them. So that's all on him. That has nothing to do with me. I'm still that way. Even when we go to my in-laws' house, and I know my in-law likes to go Christmas Eve to the midnight vigil or whatever it is, where you get a candle and you go to church and all that. I don't know. I've never been to one. But I always told her, I said, you guys want to go, you can go. I don't believe in God, and you won't offend me if you leave me at the house while you guys go and do it. She never went. Well, you know what? Can't use that against me, like saying that it's your fault that we didn't get to go all those years. No, it's not. But anyway, still way off topic. I am left with the decision on what should I do. Part of me is like, I don't want my child exposed to a teenager like this anymore. I mean, there was a point where I could just go, okay, well, right now she's just acting out because her home life is not the best. But she hasn't been at home for the last year. Well, okay, she hasn't been at home for the last 4 months or something like that. And I don't know. I mean, I do not want my daughter to think that I think it is okay to have a teenage pregnancy. I'm not dogging on anybody who has had a teenage pregnancy. I am dogging the women that did it so they could lock in a situation, or they think they're so in love that they want to have a child and it's like, you know, and my kids, they know that when I usually tell them something, they know that I mean what I tell them. I'm pretty straightforward. If I don't like something, I'm going to tell you I don't like something. I don't beat around the bush. I can't stand people who beat around the bush. You know, just tell me straight up. You know, I don't like that red shirt you're wearing today, Angie. It makes you look very pink. See, I like that better. But anyway, still way off topic, and this video is getting really long. Anyway, I think I'm gonna have to upload this one not my normal way now because it's almost 20 minutes. But I'm stuck. I don't know what to do. I don't know how I should proceed with this. If any of you have any advice or suggestions, that would be wonderful. If not, whatever. All right. Bye.